score pal, and on the score pal, if you score it at the two places where they have little dots, that's a gatefold card. The card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 closed. So I'm just going to score on those two parts, and that's my gatefold. How hard was that? And then I just fold these down, and I have a perfectly good closed card. Now, before I cut this in half, the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is 5 1/2. Actually, it's a little bit longer than 5 1/2, shorter. You want it the same length as your card, which it is pretty much now. But then I have it, how wide is this? And I have it cut at 4 instead of 4 1/4. So we want it to come in a little bit on the edges, just to frame it a little bit better. So before I separate that down the center, I want to take this other strip, which is 2 inches wide, and I'm going to lay it on the angle here. And I'm going to just line up. Does that make sense? So I'm lining up the top of this strip to that corner, and the bottom of this strip to the bottom right corner. And then I'm just going to hold it in place and tape it down. This card was for a card swap that I'm in, so we had to follow a certain card sketch. So that's what I'm doing here. So now I'm just cutting off this excess on the edges. So there, now I have it. And since it's 4 inches wide, we're going to cut it at 2 inches, right down the center. And then we have our 2 panels for the gatefold. I'm going to tape a little bit more right here in the center, just to make sure it doesn't come up or anything. That went off a little bit. Okay. So I have 2 at the top and 2 on the bottom. So it's just going to go like this. And it's probably be a lot easier to puncture the paper. Oops. It was kind of hard puncturing the cardstock and the paper, and it did get a little creasy. The paper got a little creasy. So, but that's okay. So I got those in, and now I want to take my hammer. Now most of the scrapbooking hammers have a ball peen on the end. That's what you call that, a ball peen hammer. Anyway, you turn it over, and I use that part of the hammer to push those prongs down. And I get them down most of the way, and then I just hammer the rest of it. Hopefully not my finger, like I just did. So I'll pull those down. The hammer looks really, really great for that. Okay, so I put those down. That's perfect. Now they're ready to go on the card. And now it's 5 1/2 long, so I want to just center it on each side of the gate so that the white part shows and it's framed. Make sure I'm lining up my pattern down the center correctly, and I am, so that's a good thing. Okay, so there's that. I bought these tags at the office store. It's kind of nice to have ready-made tags. I have my cocoa pad, or dark brown ink pad of your choice. I need a sponge. Let's see where one of those is. Here's a sponge. I put the threads in the ink and held them down with a sponge. I got smart after doing this after a while because I was using my finger and everything I was touching was brown because my finger was like totally coated in cocoa ink. So they're antiquing this to make it look old and ratty, which I like. I like that look. So there's that. And I have a sentiment that I want to put in here. I'm using this card set from Close to My Heart. It's called Coffee Stain. So this says, you leave an impression on me. So I'm stamping that down. And there's our tag. And then I'm placing it on here with the strings just hanging off. But I want to make sure I only tape it to one side so you can still open the card. And I don't want it completely perpendicular with the angle. I want it a little off. So there's that. And now the other stamp in that stamp set is this coffee ring. Looks like a messy coffee cup left it. Which, I don't know, I really like that. It's weird. Anyway, it's more grunge, I guess. So I'm just stamping that over the whole top of the card. And it sticks. Okay, so there's my coffee ring. Well, they also give you a coffee drip. So I want to put the drip on here, because that even adds a little bit more fun. Yeah, a little drip there. And then it gives you some more additions to the drip, which I have here. And I'm going to add that on there. And a couple more up on the top. Okay, now let's see what I did on the inside of the card. I don't remember. Okay, I just did some hearts. And those hearts I have right here. Came in the set. Looks like it's spilled coffee that ended up looking like a heart. I don't know. And I'll put some drips on the inside of that too. Okay, then you can write whatever you want inside the card. Let's see, what else did I do? I think that's it. Alright, now then all I did now was to decorate the envelope, which is right here. Make sure they open on this side, and on the envelope I just did this. I stamped a ring on the edge. And maybe I'll stamp another one right by it and see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks like you moved it. And then some drippage. Try that a little bit different way. And then this. Okay. How many times have you seen envelopes like that on your kitchen table after breakfast and never thought that they were an artistic accomplishment? I know I never did. Anyway. So there's my card for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Bye.